Hi everybody, it's Mike Newton here at Lytham Golf Academy. Brand new product to go and review here, and this is the new Ping G400 Iron. Okay, so been a couple of years since Ping have last launched. They're not a big one for changing equipment often, but when they do, they generally make really good solid stuff. And to be honest, first impressions of this as I look at it, it looks really quality. I think the finish on it now, they're getting more and more prettier with the irons that they're producing. This sort of lovely satin finish, which we're sort of seeing on the i200 range here, a little bit on the last G, but this is again just another level of finish on it. I think Ping were always had that unfinished, blasted sort of raw look. Very much prettier now. Now obviously this is a fitting iron, so it does come with this bit of an ugly bolt on it. But obviously when a set would come, they would have a nice sort of plastic ferrule on there, black ferrule, so it looks really sort of quite nice and finished. Still got that little sort of cutout on the back of the hosel there, so that just allows them to change the lies when they're doing fittings at the factory, just a little bit easier for bending. Core i technology, it's still there, but they're saying this is now more improved, okay, so it's giving faster ball speeds here, more of a catapult sort of reaction to the golf ball as it's coming off the club face. So they're claiming some fast ball speeds here, they're claiming some very high ball flights, okay. So we'll look at the loft of this. This is a 7.9, the loft's 30 degrees, it's strong, okay. Stronger than the G by I think half a degree, so it's not much stronger, but it's a little bit stronger. But you know, these lofts again are just edging down, but Ping are claiming, and this is, we hear this from a couple of other manufacturers, Ping are claiming this ball will fly higher. Okay, so you are going to go into a green with one less club, but look at a ball flight of two less clubs. So ultimately, just to sum that up, you're going to see a higher ball flight, but a longer ball flight. Okay, so we're going to have a look at that, and we'll just see, give you some feedback of the flight and the peak height of this ball, and maybe have a look at some speed numbers, some distance numbers, but ultimately let's have a look at this backspin, because we've got to think 30 degrees aloft. Doesn't always mean it's going to launch low and spin low, but we'll delve into that and have a little look and see how this G400 Iron is performing from Ping. Right, okay, let's get underway with the first shot. So definitely as I present this down by the golf ball, we're seeing a very similar G look, you know, from last season. We're still seeing that same shape, that little bit of offset there. We're seeing that thicker top line. We're seeing a long blade from heel to toe. Very similar to the Ping from looking at it from this angle. As I say, the finish is, for me, a lot more better quality. It looks more classier. Wow. Okay, now I've pushed that a little bit, but that's just flighted quite high. Seems to be a very sort of towering ball flight there. Probably wasn't the best strike, maybe just a little bit heel there, a little bit push to the right. I mean, it's acceptable. So as Ping is saying, this finish on it now, this hyper pearl finish, is creating what they're classing, or they're claiming is 40% more friction in wet conditions. So imagine when you're going to get some wet, some debris of the grass, the water between club face and golf ball, the finish on it is creating more friction, so you're still maintaining the spin numbers that you would obviously experience in dry conditions. So obviously giving it a little bit more performance in wet conditions there. Let's give this one a hit. Wow, yeah. I mean, that ball flight is high. Definitely seeing some high ball flights there, but it's getting out there with some distance. Again, that is carrying it around that 181 mark. Felt quite a nice strike there. Definitely seeing that higher ball flight. So I feel Ping are definitely making some prettier looking golf clubs now. I think the finish on this is very, very classy. It looks a good quality finish. You know, Ping, I mean, let's be honest, they always make good quality golf clubs, but maybe you could always criticise them in the past of maybe just having that unfinished sort of look. You know, they never used to have the ferrule on it. It was that dark blasted sort of finish. This is definitely a pretty looking golf club. Another one I hit. I mean, that is just a joy to hit there. It just feels so easy to hit, and it's very confidence inspiring as you put it down by the golf ball. You're seeing that long blade, and the ball just pops up and away, and it feels strong off the club face. I think that was carrying out at like 185 as well. Very consistent on this ball flight. Yeah, so these numbers we're seeing, these distance numbers, you know, I'm expecting to see this sort of ball carried into that sort of mid 180s with a club of this sort of loft. You know, the powerful bracket of the iron category here is what Ping are really aiming this at. Obviously, the beauty with Ping is that, or with all brands really, you know, you've got the i200, the next one along, you've got the i-blade, so golfers are wanting different types of performance, maybe different spin models, different looks, different playabilities of the golf club through the round, different levels of forgiveness. You know, they're offering all those different clubs, you know, in their range basically. Okay, so we're just going to hit one more with this iron. Try and finish on a good one again. Yeah, lovely. So there's some shots hit with the new Ping G400 Iron. It seems very, very easy to hit, very, very easy to launch, and it looks powerful in its ball flight. We see some obviously good distance numbers, which we're sort of going to expect from this type of club, as we've just sort of mentioned. But let's have a little look at some numbers and maybe delve into the inner sort of sections of spin and launch and aspects like that.
Right, okay, let's have a look at some numbers then. So we're looking at club head speed, you know, around that 95 mark there, which is for an average, or nearly touching 96, which is about the right area for sort of me. Ball speed at 127, launching at 18 degrees. So looking at launch here, it's in that right area. Okay, so that doesn't look overly high for me. Maybe more 17, possibly, you know, with sort of 7 iron, but it's about right where I would sort of expect to see sort of 7 iron launch, to be honest. Side spin on average was really quite straight. You know, that's probably the straightest iron I've hit for a long, long time. You know, accuracy wise, you know, I'm liking that low spin number on average, a little bit right, a little bit left. There's a big 0 in there. That's the golden one we're looking for, maybe. Now this is interesting here, backspin. Okay, so averaging just on that 6,000 mark there. One just dropped off a little bit at 5.7, and one going up to sort of 6.133. Obviously strike just changing that number there, but as an average at 6,000, I was expecting that to be a little bit lower. Now, you know, 7 iron we're hitting here, so it is a little bit on the lower side, but obviously, you know, you'll have seen some other videos probably out there. Spin number can drop quite drastically into the sort of 5,000, 5 sort of 2 area with 7 irons again in other brands, and we maybe question then how that actually stops at the other end. But that's quite an acceptable number for a G400 iron, which is classed into the most forgiving. It's a powerful, one of the powerful options that Ping are offering. The spin is in a sort of pretty decent area, so you know, we're seeing some good ball speed here. We're seeing an acceptable spin number here, and that's carrying out an average at 181. You can see that one way it just drops off in the spin. It starts to squeeze out a little bit more. Okay, maybe the one thing area and this is me personally, where I'm just maybe not quite sure on, is this peak height at 38 yards. It's quite high, and that's what I saw. So it's not particularly launching high, but it's climbing and peaking to quite a high position. So you know, it's going to come down and stop pretty well here. But you know, I think for me personally, I'd like to see that slightly lower flight. You out there might be a complete opposite. You might be struggling to get that ball in the air. You want this sort of high towering ball flight. So this may well set into your sort of game, you know, quite well, to be fair.
Right, so the new G400 Iron from Ping, tested and reviewed with a bit of launch monitor data there. Some interesting numbers there. Maybe not quite the numbers I was preconception I was going to get, to be honest. I was expecting that spin to be lower. As I say, most irons in this category are generally low in the spin. It felt fantastic. The ball flight, it felt very easy to launch. Probably that's down to me, it's probably just a tad high on its peak height. You know, I'd like to see that peak height a little bit sort of lower, but spin number wise, ball speed wise, the look of it is great. The confidence it gives you, you sit that down by the golf ball, it just fills you with loads of confidence. And it just felt really easy to hit. And that's, I think, for the club golfer out there, that's a massive, massive bonus and a big confidence boost. You sit a club bound by the ball, it's sometimes half the battle for many of the golfers out there. So if you get these fitted correctly for you, you know, the right lie, the right shaft, there is quite a few shaft options here, length, grip, everything like that, you're going to have a really good set of golf clubs that are, you know, I think are going to perform really well. It might not be you, but this is, again, goes back to the old thing I say in many of my videos. You've got to go and test these yourselves, get fit, good launch monitor, good fitter with some different options, and maybe just look at your numbers and sort of work it from there. Okay, it's a good iron. That is a very good iron from Ping. Okay, I'm going to do a video next coming into my channel, which is going to be this against the G iron, so the one it's sort of superseding. It'll be interesting to see if there's any difference between this and the last sort of model. Okay, so that'll be coming on my channel soon, so do stay tuned for that. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe, I do appreciate that. Also appreciate hitting the like button. If you like the video, just hit the thumbs up button, it does make a difference to me. Hopefully I'm going to be in touch with you very soon with some more videos, like say comparisons, swing tips, so you know, you keep firing me some questions, requests, and I'll hopefully try and work through them. Thanks for watching guys, and we'll catch up with you all very soon.